It was an average day in Westernwood. The sun shined as the birds sang, but then the thunderstorms came, and the mystery began. This is the Western Mystery, Lost Cinema Reel, Part 1. At a nearby diner, a character walks in.
Hello and welcome to the Cloudy Bar,
Hello.
sir. Are you dining alone or with a party?
I'm with a party.
Okay, sir. What is your name to confirm a reservation?
Wonder. Western Wonder.
Okay, Mr. Wonder. I see your name listed. Your party's seated at table 6 to your left. Someone will serve you drinks from the menu shortly.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
To catch you up on speed on this character, the Western Wonder reviews classic films and TV shows, but not much else is known about this quiet guy. Hopefully in this diner, we'll find out more about him. As the man finds his group table,
Excuse me. Gentlemen, is this seat taken?
Hey, you must be the Western Wonder.
The one and only.
I can immediately recognize that fedora which matched your profile. Please, have a seat right there.
Ah, so nice to hear someone be interested about my past ventures. So, let's get right down to the nitty-gritty, Mr.
Finster, Thomas Finster. You can call me Tom for short.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Tom.
The feeling's mutual. Now, Mr. Wonder, as I am one of the top members of the Secret Detectives Bureau, or the SDB for short, we have a case for you what we may think you might find interesting to solve given your current work status.
I'm all ears. What's this case about?
This case regards a missing movie reel for a short film. The reel was apparently stolen from a local film studio a few days ago.
Well, this is a different case.
See, Tom, I told you that he'd think that this case would be absurd. Oh, hush, Dougie. Just because you don't find this case interesting doesn't mean you have to assume other former or current detectives share the same feeling.
Mr. Finster, do you have any information regarding the film or maybe, I don't know, clues regarding the culprit? I'm gonna need every inch of information to churn out the best result here.
All we know about the short film was that it was planned to be submitted to a few festivals nationwide, but the director suddenly bailed out of the project before its planned release date. The director was very well known, and the crew that worked on it really didn't want to reshoot the short film with a different director. So in his short film, this was billed as Jack Smithy, a relative of the typical Allen nickname when directors leave a project where they don't want their names to be acknowledged, period. Now, before the short was set to release, the reel was obviously taken. Rumors are going around that the thief has bad ties to the director who dropped out of the short.
It's strange to steal a short film unless there's something in the film that wasn't meant to be exposed to the public. I mean, this really is just all...
suddenly,
Good evening, gentlemen. What choice of drink would you like to be served tonight?
I'll have champagne.
Any red wine will do. I'll take a lemonade. Light ice will do. I'll take a beer.
I'll just have a sweet tea, light ice for my drink as well, please.
Absolutely. I will return with all of your drinks shortly.
as the ever-so-kind waiter walks away, the Western Wonder notices something.
That waiter looks awfully familiar.
What? Do you know him from somewhere?
I think I do, but I can't recall him from anywhere.
It could be from a clogged memory. Hush, Dougie.
I wouldn't say it's clogged, I just can't think of where I know that guy from.
Well, hopefully it'll come back to you. Anyways, do you have any more questions regarding the case? Perhaps information about locations you can investigate? Our agency? Anything?
Yes, regarding your agency, the manager, Lucy Perkins, contacted me about this meeting. What are her hours like for up-close meetings?
She should be available in the afternoons, but due to undergoing building renovations, she isn't making any visitors at the moment, so all face-to-face contacts will be on the computer.
Ah, shucks, I would have loved an up-close meet. Oh well. Since you brought it up, what are the best locations to investigate?
The reel's roots were originally stored in the Cinematic Galleria downtown. Mr. Jack Jenkins should be a real good bit of help once you get out there looking for the surveillance cameras.
Wait, so were the surveillance cameras broken by said thief, or...?
We don't know, so you'll have to find out whenever you go out to the Galleria to speak with Mr. Jenkins.
Well, someone obviously is around the job. Okay, well, I think I'm settled with questions right now, so let's just wait on...
Gentlemen, your drinks have arrived. Thank you for your service, waiter. Would any of you be eating anything from the menu tonight? Nope, we just came out to get drinks. I'll pay for all of them, by the way.
Okay, sir. Let me know when you're ready to pay them. Excuse me, waiter. Yes, sir. If you don't mind me asking, what is the attire that you're wearing right now? Oh, nothing but the finest Gardo suit and pants collection.
So it is you! Oh, so now you know who it is.
Doggone right I do. This waiter goes by the name of Edgar Ramiro, who should still be serving a jail sentence for arson and possession of illegal drugs. I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
And I'm guessing this little disguise is to lay low and hide from the feds for a little while, huh, Edgar? Not very smart if you knew that I was still in town.
Alright, Western Wonder, you might have caught me this time, but I'm not leaving this bar without a fight.
Bring it on, criminal.
As the Western Wonder and Edgar fight on, all the nearby bar patrons look on.
Give him the Vulcan move pinch.
Just rip his face out!
Wow, you're such a good fighter. For once, Dougie, I agree with you. You definitely got a lot of fists.
Officers, take Mr. Ramiro right back to where he belongs, behind bars. Make sure you throw the key away this time.
Thank you for your assistance, Mr. Wonder. We will definitely reward you as soon as we can.
Hey, don't mention it.
Well, I must say, Mr. Wonder, that was quite a moment of justice you had there. Me and my fellow peers here are quite impressed.
Well, almost all of us.
Dougie?
I don't know what's with your buddy there, but about that Ramiro situation, it was definitely a surprise to me seeing him in disguise here. Surprised he stayed around this long.
You're a smart guy, Mr. Wonder. Ooh, will you look at the time? We gotta get going so we're up and ready in the morning for work. Once again, it was good speaking with you in person, Mr. Wonder.
You fellows have a good rest of your night. Don't forget to tip the current waiter, by the way. They're probably scared out of their mind after what just happened.
Absolutely.
Now see how quickly that happened. Another criminal's hideout has been foiled thanks to the Western Wonder. The next morning, the Western Wonder is about to go visit the Galleria where this mysterious movie reel was stolen.
Good morning, Mr. Thomas. Good morning, Miss Jackson. And good morning, birds. Alright, on to this Galleria place. Hopefully there's no funny business involved.
As the Western Wonder is driving through the highway, there appears to be
Another car driving on the wrong side of the freeway. What has this town come to? Come on! I got places to go.
As he continues to drive, suddenly,
Hey, watch whose car you're bumping into.
the car bumps into the Wonder's rear again.
Alright, that was no accident.
And the car bumps into him yet another time.
Oh, why do I have a gut feeling that this guy has something to do with Ramiro from last night's incident? Oh well. Here goes nothing. Pull over now! Oh, he definitely has something to do with Ramiro, alright.
As the car bumping match gets intense, the Western Wonder pulls up to a nearby alley, and the unknown man in the car follows.
You're gonna get yours for sending my friend back to jail, Western prick!
Well, you should know that your friend is a criminal.
Who cares? He's my friend and friends are friends.
Okay, well, a criminal is a criminal, and he'll be locked up for the rest of his sentence.
Over my dead body.
You must be crazy.
Listen here, Western prick. We're gonna settle the score once and for all.
Oof! Okay, that was a good move. I wasn't expecting. Ooh! Alright, it's on.
This egregiously random fight goes on for some time, but the winner is evident. The Western Wonder.
You might have won this fight, but it doesn't hide the fact that you assume that I'm just a friend of Ramiro's. Let's just say I have a case of convenientitis, a non-contagious illness above simple intuition. Now go on, scram. If you try to come after me again, I'll be sure to have you knocked down and you won't get up again.
After the scrap, the disgraced Wonder finally gets to his destination for investigating, the Galleria. As he pulls up to the ticket booth gate,
Welcome to the Galleria. How long will you be? Oh my goodness, honey. Did a cat scratch your face up?
Yes, cat scratched me up. I'll be fine though.
If you say so. Anyways, how long will you be visiting the Galleria?
I'd say around 2 hours. I have a private meeting scheduled.
Well, I should have known. You're dressed up like a detective or something. Would you happen to be one, by the way?
In the past, sure.
How interesting.
Come on, man! We want to get to go and see a Galleria! Hurry up! Sorry about that. I'm moving forward in a moment. How much is the ticket?
$8. It's a discount day, which is why the lines are busier than usual here.
Okay. Here you go.
Thank you. You have a great day in the Galleria, won't you?
You too. And, have somebody fix the gate. You know, it was kind of busted.
the Western Wonder enters the building and looks for the nearest sign of customer service.
Hey, excuse me, do you know where I could find a Mr. Jack Jenkins? On the top floor, room 3. Okay, thank you. Hello, Mr. Jenkins? I have an inquiry regarding a missing movie reel. Ah, so you're the detective that was coming in today. I was waiting for you to come around. Matter of fact, I was about to take my lunch break. I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Jenkins, sir. Oh, it's not a problem, son. Just come right in here and take a seat. Whoa, those are a lot of cameras. You must be in charge of the surveillance camera footage. That's right! And it's a lot of work, but I make things work at the end of the day, if you know what I mean. I think I do. Now, if you don't mind, Mr. Jenkins, I would like to ask some questions regarding the missing movie reel. No, wait. Hold that question for a minute. What happened to your face, son? Well, let's just say detective work might end up getting me in fights sometimes. I understand. Do you need anything for that? No, I'll be fine. Are you sure? It looks kind of painful over there for you. I'm sure. Well, then ask me anything about this movie reel. I'd start with the obvious. How did it turn out missing in the first place? Good question. One of the Galleria's staff members left the safe open by mistake because they had to use one of the restrooms. When they came back, the reel was gone. It's a doggone shame how fast that piece of film disappeared. And luckily for that staffer, he wasn't fired for lazing around on the job. Yeah, you've got a point there. Now listen, I spoke with a detective rep yesterday, and he said that the surveillance camera of the safe area at the time of said theft was destroyed. Now, can you agree on the theory that the person who stole it had a gun and shot at it? I suppose your theory does make sense. Because you see, when I went back to the tape to check out the evidence earlier, there was a bang and then the tape cut out. There is, however, a bit of evidence from the safe vault. The thief had time to spray paint their initials, TF. That's rather cheap to put out their initials. Do you know anyone with that name, son? Let me think here. TF. Wait a second. Mr. Jenkins, I think I know who this TF is. Can I make a phone call?
Oh boy, looks like a group of raiders have broken into the Galleria.
We're here to find the one called the Western Wonder.
I think that calls for you, big fella. Hold on, I just can't go out there and show myself just yet. I'm gonna have to figure out why they want me out there.
The Western Wonder sneaks around the Galleria to catch the scenery. Once he reaches the main floor, realization kicks in.
That detective agency was a scam. Someone must have wanted revenge on me. Just when you thought you've seen it all. Well, now the raiders can see me.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wonder. Our main staff member would like to have a word with you.
It's good to see you again, Mr. Wonder. Probably not exactly how you expected things to go.
Nice to see your agency tricked me into facing time in jail. Just explain this mess so I can kick your rear end now.
With pleasure. You see, you've done Edgar Ramiro's old pal John Paxton wrong.
How do you know that name?
I know things, Mr. Wonder, so let me continue and reclaim my time. As I was saying, this faux agency started after you allegedly had Paxton fired. And Ramiro went to jail after an altercation with you.
No, wait a minute. I didn't have Paxton fired. He got his own self fired because he was always drunk when he came to work. Something I had no power in. I wasn't friends with him either, so you can't pull that excuse out of a bucket either.
All I know is that you did something to have the detective universe against you head on. Could you enlighten us with your past knowledge?
Not until you tell me how you knew the specific time I was coming to the Galleria.
Oh. Well. Remember that guy you beat up earlier? Ramiro's friend? Well, I hired him to kill you before you could make it here. But obviously you realized it was a trap. So you wisely beat him up and you think it's all over. But not exactly. Ramiro's friend and I kept communication over your whereabouts. And now he's walking away with $5,000 in his pocket.
So you had an assassin out to get me, but just assume and believe someone else's lies? How ridiculously crude of you, Mr. Finster.
Well, you shouldn't have bitten the hand that fed you, Mr. Wonder.
Stop deflecting from your nonsense!
And now, I believe we deserve an explanation about why we shouldn't have you sent to jail.
Alright, fine. Let me give you a rundown on how me and Ramiro came to know each other.
Excuse me, Mr. Wonder.
Who are you and where is your voice coming from?
Well, I'm your unnamed British narrator.
I have a narrator?
Of course you do, sir. I want to let you know I've conveniently called the police to warn them that...
So, you're in cahoots with some random guy who we can't see, huh?
I just met this person. I don't even know what they look like and how you knew to shoot at them from your angle.
I guess I have simple intuition. Now, guards, take them out.
Hold it right there, Thomas Finster.
Good work there, Mr. Wonder. We've been looking for these agency crooks for a long time now. They were so loose in their plan that they left the real in one of their vans. You'll be rewarded imminently. Paid in full, correct? Absolutely. Great. I'll be looking forward to it.
Well, I must say, Mr. Wonder, that was quite the scene.
I'm impressed at how you manage things. Well, it was nothing. I am a former detective after all.
You should get back into the business.
Oh, not at all. I am a media critic nowadays, after all.
I gotta get going now. My stomach is growling like ugly on an ape. But listen here. You need any cameras or any camera work done? I'm your guy.
Well, thank you, Mr. Jenkins. It was great meeting you today. Enjoy your lunch, too. Ooh, a text message. From Smithy. Sorry about the mishap. I wanted to let you know that I had a copy of the movie... Wait, what?
And that concludes the Western Mystery, Lost Movie Reel. I hope you enjoyed the two-parter series. The Western Wonder will be returning to reviews October 9th, as it is, after all, Halloween month. Stay tuned for upcoming episodes, and we'll see you then. Until then, don't forget to share the show to people you may know, as it is a growing podcast after all, and all support is appreciated. Bye-bye.
Hey, are you gonna be okay with that bullet wound invisible narrator?
Oh, I'll be fine, Mr. Wonder. Let's just say I conveniently fixed my wound up.